So I just watched Skyscraper the other day, and that's the movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it, where he is trying to rescue his family who is trapped inside this burning building that is thousands of feet high. The reason why I watched this movie wasn't really because I like The Rock. I'm a fan of some of the stuff that he's been in. I really liked his role in Moana. I thought that was really cool. But in general, like, The Rock's not my favorite actor, and the movies he's in aren't really my favorite movies. And I'm not exactly sure why. I think I feel like, in general, the movies that he's in just aren't super innovative. Like, they're very, like, cookie-cutter action movies, typically. And there's nothing really special about him. He's been in a few comedies that I did think were pretty funny, but in general, not like a massive fan of The Rock. So the reason why I watched this movie is not because of The Rock, but because of the Skyscraper. I'm actually really into architecture, and especially like urban architecture, and I love buildings and skyscrapers. I'm always following the race to see who can have the tallest building in the world. Right now I think it's the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, but I think there's one in China that's being built right now that's going to surpass it very soon if it hasn't already. But yeah, I watched this movie because I thought it would be kind of cool to sit down in a theater and watch a bunch of scenes set inside this like really tall futuristic building. So that's why I watched it. So this skyscraper in this film is supposed to be the tallest building in the world. It is like 2 or 3 times the size of the Empire State Building and taller than the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. And it's supposed to be this like state-of-the-art, like just really, really modern building. And basically what happens in the film is that it catches on fire, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's family is stuck above the fire line on like the 90-somethingth floor, and he has to go and rescue them. And in the process of doing that, there's also a heist happening where these thieves are attempting to steal something valuable from inside the building. So that complicates him trying to save his family. So it's an action movie. There's a lot of pretty decent, like, hand-to-hand combat action scenes, and then most of the scenes that are really good are action-adventure scenes where The Rock is scaling up the building and trying to get through it when it's on fire, and there's scenes of his family trying or needing to be innovative and resourceful to survive when the building's on fire. So this wasn't an amazing movie. This was kind of just like your average action-adventure movie. I think the budget was pretty large. It was $125 million, and in its opening weekend, the film only grossed $25 million. So it's not looking good as far as the financial side of the film goes. And it's getting very mixed reviews, around 50%. Half the people like it, half the people don't. If you really like action-adventure movies, if you like The Rock, and if you like seeing movies in theaters with tall buildings, then go watch it. But other than that, there's really no reason to see this movie until maybe it comes out on video, and you can just pick it up really cheaply or for free on something like Netflix. It might be an interesting watch. It's not a super long movie, and it is pretty entertaining throughout the film. It's just a bunch of action sequences, basically, tied together by this plot with The Rock caring about his family. So, it's definitely a good family film. I think that's probably the one redeeming quality of a lot of The Rock's movies, and one redeeming quality about this movie, is that the action is not super crazy intense. It's like a PG-13 movie, so it's the same level of action as like Marvel movies. It's not like incredibly violent, and it's a movie about kids and parents, so that's probably like the best use for this movie, is something that you could sit down and watch with like preteen kids. Like that's probably what this movie's aimed at, and it works well for that demographic. This movie has not inspired me to watch any more movies by the director. This is his first like major big budget action film. The one standout performance I think is that there was Hannah Quinlan, who played kind of like this female assassin character. She was pretty cool in the film. So I would say that was kind of my favorite part of the film, is seeing her, and then just seeing like the scene set in like the really cool big futuristic building. So not my favorite movie this year. It's probably in my like bottom 5 or 10 movies out of like 30 that I've seen so far, but I don't think it was a waste of my time watching it. It was just something that I saw and would probably never think about again. So that's my review of Skyscraper, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. For more reviews, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and please leave a comment what you thought of the movie if you've seen it. I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are. Until next time.